Is Death of the Rising Sun worth checking out? In my experience, I don't think it is, because right now there is so much wrong with the game and there's game breaking glitches and bugs that from my experience of playing the beta, it shouldn't even have a beta yet because it's not ready for that. The game is made by one guy, but he really needed to just test and work on the game a bit more without a beta to iron out some of the major bugs and issues that need to be fixed as soon as possible. Now, it's always good to get more people to test your game, and they'll see things that you can't see in your own game, because when you're working on your own game, you might start to get a little blind, or might not notice things that people who play the game with fresh eyes may notice. But I don't even think the game's at that point, because it has some issues, major issues in this game that just anyone can see, and you really just needed to fix those before letting people get into the beta and play the game. But before we get into all of that, let's read the description of the game. Welcome to an Indiana Jones meets Stargate epic action adventure. In this third-person shooter, the intense fighting will keep your lust for action satiated. The exotic locations will keep you guessing with massive puzzles, and the cinematic visuals will tickle your senses. What a weird description. This game to me feels like a low-budget Uncharted game. Even the character himself reminds me of the Uncharted franchise. The shooting in this game is okay, but it doesn't matter because the game has a bug to where if you try to switch weapons, it won't work. So if you accidentally put your gun away or use your knife, you can't pull your gun back out and shoot. That's why in the background right now, the background footage, you see me running around like a maniac with my knife, just stabbing everyone in the neck or the face. So for most of the time I played this game, I didn't even get to use the guns. I just mainly had to use my knife or run past them. The assault rifle on the table and the icon for when it's equipped is a Thompson machine gun or a Tommy gun, but when you are holding the gun, it changes to this other assault rifle, and it's not the same gun. So it's weird. It's not really a big deal, but it's just weird when you see your character pick up a Tommy gun, but then it's like some other assault rifle which has like some attachments on it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, why did you change, models or something? Why didn't you just keep it the same gun for when you're picking up ammo and you pick up the gun? Why does it switch in your hand? I just want to know the decision behind that. The explosive barrels have a timer on them in this game, so you'll have to wait for them to explode. So when it comes to explosive barrels, in my opinion, the best way you can do explosive barrels is one shot ignites them, then starts the timer before they explode. So if the timer runs out, they will explode, and another shot, a second shot, should make the explosive barrel ignore the timer and explode instantly. But in this game, no matter how much you shoot the explosive barrel, you still have to wait for the timer to expire for it to explode. The AI's nav mesh is kind of messed up on the rooftop, so sometimes the AI will like move around on the rooftop, but then they'll kind of slide between the two buildings, and then they'll just kind of sit there and just float and just hang out. Oh, and can I just mention that in my personal opinion in this game especially, I think headshots should just be like a one-shot kill. So as you've seen there, he was floating and I shot him directly in his face with my pistol and he didn't die. It took 2 headshots, and I think in this game it needs to be a one headshot, like one headshot, one kill. So like you hit them one time in the head and they die. Also, your health in this game regens so fast that you can just either run past all the enemies or even walk up to them and just stab them all in the neck. This game also needs an options menu when you pause the game when you're in the game. So if you're at the main menu, you can access the pause options, or you can access the options menu. But when you're in the game and you pause the game, you can't access the options menu. So you have to go back to the main menu to change any options that you need to change. The movement is decent, but you can get stuck on things like rocks on the ground. Sometimes you'll get stuck instead of walking over them. The game has some performance issues also, so the game can at times go as low as 28 frames per second. That's the lowest this game has gotten for me, which is horrible. 28 frames per second was just almost unplayable. The graphics are okay for a single developer. I don't know if this single developer is using assets from the asset store, the Unreal Asset Store, or if he made them, but they look okay. But I do think the game could look better with some better lighting and maybe some post-processing effects. I think could make this game look better. There's also a lack of animations during cutscenes, so when a character is talking, there is no mouth animation, which just gives the game a weird feel and just, yeah, like, why no mouth animation?
Hello, I'm Aaliyah. I've called you here from a distant land. We don't have much time, so I need you to fight your way to the bathing pools where I'll see you again. And there, I'll show you where to find the treasure you truly seek. Quickly now, the fires will guide you out.
Also, you need to make the UI turn off while there is these cutscenes and they're talking, because the health bar and the weapon icon on screen is just a little bit distracting and covers up part of the screen. So just make sure that it turns off during the cutscenes. The gun sounds are alright, the footstep sounds are kind of annoying, but the biggest thing sound wise that bothers me is the voice acting. I'm just going to let you listen to it. You've already heard a little bit of it before, but I'm just going to let you listen to it more. And just saying, the character that you play as, his voice, his just his lines and stuff too, it actually made me laugh as soon as I started hearing him, because it kind of sounds like someone is trying to sound cool and serious, but it just made me laugh.
The year is 1941, and the world is at war. I'm a treasure hunter by the name of William Hudson. I've spent the last few years in Egypt, finding little more than dust and old picked-over tombs.
The game's story, according to the developer, the year is 1941 and the world is at war. You play as a treasure hunter named William Hudson who must fight his way across Egypt in both time and space, fighting both Rommel's tank forces and ancient Egyptian charioteers. You will venture through time tunnels, elaborate puzzle tombs, and lost ancient kingdoms to find and kill the evil ancient sun deity Ra. So take what you will from that. This game is in beta, and it's not in public beta, it's in private beta as I understand, because you can't go to the store page and just download a demo or the beta. You'll have to get access from the developer, at least from what I see. So I'm not talking about the full game. The full game might be a good game when it releases. I don't know. It's going to come out apparently in January 2022. I don't know what it's going to be like then, but from playing the beta right now, it was not that good, and I probably won't play it again. So I don't think this game is worth keeping your eyes on or worth checking out, but I will try to check this game out when it's fully released, and I will be much more harsh on this game when it's fully released. And if you're the developer and you're watching this, then hopefully you can get some good feedback from this video to help you improve your game. Anyways, that's all I got to say for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below, tell me what you guys think about this game and this video, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you want to be subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time.